What is up, ladies and gentlemen? It is your Maker 2199, bringing you guys another weapon review slash commentary. Right here I am using the Type 2. This is an assault rifle, and the very first gameplays that I got were actually really good with this weapon, and then after that I wasn't recording, and after that I don't know what happened, but overall I'm gonna give you guys my overall score, and that's gonna be a 7. A solid 7, and that's because I've been having so much trouble using it lately, and I don't know if it's me, from all of these weapon reviews, if it's just me that I'm doing something weird because I'm getting used to other weapons or something. Not sure. But assault rifles are my favorite rifles to use, and some of you guys that have been following my channel know that I usually use assault rifles and then SMGs, and I snipe more than what I should. And I always say that, but it's so true. And I'm not that great of a sniper and all that, but I like sniping, I like the challenge. This isn't one of the newer weapons, the electrical weapons or whatever, electricity power weapons, whatever. And I do like them. They're really fun. They're not as powerful, I feel, as their compatriots over there, the ones that are still using bullets, but the reason that I like these is because the power generates on its own, even if you don't reload and you're hanging by. Let's say you took a few shots, somebody left, and you're like at 35. By the time that I was capping that domination flag right there, I would have already had all the 5 shots that I took, and I don't have to reload the magazine, which is awesome, and that's one of the best things about these power weapons. That's my favorite feature of them, and that is new, that is super cool, and I really do enjoy that aspect of it. But I do feel that they're lacking power compared to some of the weapons that are still using ammo, good old-fashioned ammo. But yeah, overall, I haven't been able to do that great anymore with this weapon, so I don't know if it was beginner's luck or what have you. They're all stock, like I've said, and I mean stock like a car or whatever. I haven't purchased any upgrades or anything like that. I wanted to keep the weapon review as clean as I could, so that every weapon is at the same level. And so I haven't purchased any upgrades. I'm sure that with the upgrades this weapon's going to be even better. But yeah, right there you see how great that black hole is when you're playing domination and stuff like that, or a C4 would have been actually quite useful in that scenario. Right there I had no clue that guy, I thought that he was a teammate. I high-fived him as he passed by and shit, and didn't realize he was actually an enemy. But yeah, to continue with the weapon review, there isn't a bad thing about it, just that I think that these power weapons are lacking a little bit of power. They're not as powerful, or they're not able to kill as much people as I would like them to. This isn't the K-Bar 32 or whatever it's called, the K32 bar, whatever. And that weapon is a complete beast. You could argue that it's overpowered, but when you have some of these other weapons that I feel are a little bit underpowered, it's a great balance. It balances out. So yeah, this is a complete and just, it's an amazing weapon. I did have some pretty good games here. Unfortunately I wasn't able to capture one in time for the review. But yeah, pretty good weapon overall. I do like it, and I find that I'm almost as mobile as an SMG player with this assault, which is kind of crazy. You do have that versatility, so it does have some goods and bads. Bads is it's not as powerful. The magazine is a bit short for me because it doesn't have the power it should have, in my opinion, and it takes a lot of bullets to kill them, or a lot of power or energy to kill some of your opponents. And yeah, that's the bad part. The good is that it's, when you are on target, headshots are going to be pretty much instant kills. When you are on target, you're able to maul people with this weapon. You are mobile, almost as mobile as using an SMG, which is great. It's not that difficult to hip fire or anything like that. This is a very balanced weapon, and I see why it doesn't have a little bit more power as I would like it to have. But this is easily fixed with the attachments. A little help with the attachments and upgrades that you can purchase, this weapon would be extremely beast, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, just having that versatility, for a rusher like me, having that versatility being able to move quite frugally or whatever, you know, throughout the map, you know, quite nicely, and not have to worry about carrying a really heavy SMG and being slowed down or anything, you know. That's great. So overall, the 7, you know, if you haven't given this weapon a try, give it a try. You know, it's a good weapon. It's a great assault rifle. So now that this part is over, I want to get into the commentary part of this, and this time I'm gonna do it a little bit differently. You know, I want to talk about some of the things that I want to aspire to do, you know, in my life, some of the goals that I have. And as those of you that have been following my channel, and if you haven't and you're new and you like my content, you know, sub, like, you know, and continue to watch, you know, support the channel. It helps me out greatly, as I'm sure you guys know. And I did recently make a Twitter, so for those of you that are interested, I have a Twitter. I have been putting it down on the description of my newest videos by some time now, and hopefully you guys will use it if you're into all of that. You know, that's another way you guys can communicate with me if you're interested, you know. And if not, you know, it's fine, you know. You don't have to, you know, you don't have to do anything you don't want to. But yeah, I'm a business major, as some of you guys know, and I've done some stuff, you know, to be able to call myself a businessman, but I really wouldn't call myself a businessman up to this point or anything like that, you know. And right now I am seeking for a job, you know, quite actively, hopefully trying to get going here. You know, I am pretty much done with school, you know. I'll keep you guys updated. Some stuff came up, but I'm pretty much done with it. And yeah, but that doesn't really matter. So let's get to the commentary. So as a business person, you know, I like business and all of that, you know. I'm super into it, you know, and it's fun, you know. It's entertaining for me, obviously, you know, having the major and having gone through all of this in school and some other jobs that I had. But I've always wanted to be an entrepreneur, you know. I've always wanted to own my own business, and I'm still trying to think of what to do, or you know, something that I like, you know, because I understand how to start the business and all of that. I just don't know what I would enjoy doing, you know, day in and day out and all of that, you know. But either way, you know, I was watching this show called Shark Tank, which is super popular. A lot of people watch it, you know, and it's a great show, you know. It's a business show. It's fun, you know. It's cheesy, sometimes it's corny and all of that, but it's TV, you know. It's entertainment, and it should be like that, you know. And I'm right here, you know, at home trying to think of a good idea, you know, something solid to build a business. And I was watching this episode on Shark Tank, which is basically comical, you know. Even the guys couldn't stop laughing, and they actually invested, you know. So those of you that think that business is super like structured and all of that, it really isn't. And that's maybe part of my problem, that I think too much of the structure and all of that goes into it, and I probably shouldn't be focusing too much on it, you know. I should probably just focus on the idea, concept, and bring it to life, you know. But I was watching this episode where a guy was selling potatoes, you know. He was selling potatoes that that had messages written on them with the Sharpie for like 15 or something like that, $15 or something like that. And this guy had already made $250,000. And if you ask me, that would have been me, you know. And he was trying to build a business upon this, and it started with social media. I think he said he saw it on Twitter or one of these social media sites. Somebody put a potato, everybody liked it, and he got the idea. But if you would have asked me, you know, if I would have been doing something like that, I would have taken the $250,000 and, you know, be done with it. You know, I'm like, I had a ton of luck, you know. I would have never thought that this was gonna be like structured or an actual business, you know. So hopefully they are doing well, you know, the entrepreneurs that came up with this. But it is a little bit comical, and it shows you that you don't have to have like the greatest ideas or anything. Sometimes you just need to try it out, you know. If there's a market, people are gonna purchase stuff, you know. But yeah, it was fun, you know. And as funny as it is, you know, the idea behind it was pretty interesting, you know. And it's great, you know. And there's been a lot of businesses like this as well. And so it's not really like that much of a laughing matter, although it's a little bit comical, you know. There has been a lot of people that have done this in the past with other stuff, and they've been extremely successful, you know. So it's not like something brand new or anything like that. But yeah, I just thought it was funny, and a shark invested in it. I think it was Kevin, the one that invested in on the freaking idea, and he was one of the ones that was making most fun of it. But at the end, he like, if you guys listen really closely, because he said it like in a really low pitched voice, like when he goes over to the guy and he invests and shakes his hand, he's like, this idea isn't stupid, you know. They're making fun of him, telling them they have a stupid idea, and he's like, this idea isn't stupid, this is great, like, we're gonna make a lot of money. And I just thought that was funny, you know. I know, it's crazy. Imagine getting a potato on the mail with the freaking message. Something that you could get for free on social media or something like that, you know. Having to pay $15 is a little bit weird for me, but you know, it happens, you know. People get drawn into it because of emotions and stuff, you know, and they think it's a new fad or whatever, you know. And that reminds me of another trend, you know, Pet Rock from a few years ago. That was another one of these like potato ideas, and it was extremely successful, you know. If I'm not mistaken, I believe that the owner of Pet Rock is actually a millionaire. So yeah, you know, it's crazy to see people like this, because it shows you that the American dream, as we say in business and all of this, is alive, you know. And entrepreneurship is pretty much alive, and it's out there, you know. People think it's dying and the economy is going down or whatever, you know. It's all of these things are dying. It really isn't, you know. That's just the way the business world works. Some ideas get out of date, and some ideas are here, they're fashions for a while, they get out of date, and it comes and it goes, you know. That's the way money is. And I just had a great time watching that one, and I wanted to share that with you guys. If you haven't seen it, you know, you can see it on YouTube, of course, and you know, just watch it and see how ridiculous, you know, it is, some of these ideas, and make a good amount of money. So yeah, I just wanted to share that, you know. Hopefully you guys enjoyed or whatever. And yeah, that's one of my favorite shows, you know, as a up and coming, hopefully, entrepreneur. I do watch this stuff, and it's great fun. You know, I hope to see you on the next one. Like and sub. Alright, thank you.